Hey everyone, Zero JD here with the X-Play Fans channel. I'm here to give you a quick taste of Wheelspin Frenzy. It is a local-only kind of racer game that's kind of super simple. There's like no power-ups. The only real thing you have is, hey, there's a lot of drifting. You have Nitro. You only get Nitro though from crashes and stuff. And I think this game is oddly both hard and simple in the fact that some of the times the AI feels like it's programmed too well for its own good. Such as they always seem to know exactly when to boost off of the curves and everything like that. They catch up very fast somehow, and it's really weird how fast they get off the starting line. Just so you know, the settings, there's these pixel option. You can turn off pixels. I'll turn them off for this just so you can kind of see how they go in. I think one of the things for the going off the front line is that you are, when you go off the line, you are dropped. They are already settled. This also applies to the when you respawn, you are actually kind of already like you're dropped, and I don't think the AI respawns. I think they kind of just pop back to where they were. So like right now, I have no idea what this guy in front of me took off. And most of the times, the ways I've won this is I've won because I've essentially just driven like a jerk and kill everyone. Other than that, it seems fairly competent. I'm not terrible at it. A lot of that's just a drift. The drifting is super easy. You're just kind of turning into it, and it just goes. And then of course the Nitro is gained from like just busting through stuff. For those curious about achievements, it's mostly like, hey, destroy 1,000 signs, destroy 1,000 crops, stuff that you're gonna kind of have to go out of your way to do. Well, so I would rather just do this and then have to worry about going and respawning, because respawning puts you fairly far back, and it's kind of a huge pain in the butt to catch up afterwards. Like, once again, I said, like, the only times I've actually won matches is because I went out of my way to crash into dudes, or they, like you saw up earlier, everyone piled up super hard and died. To unlock the new courses, you usually have to get, like, beat the course before it, or get the top 3 places, or beat the par time. And you can't adjust the lap races, so you always have to be doing 3 races. So if you go and do, like, great for the first 2 laps and get blown past the very end for some random reason, that's it. Alright, well, and it puts me all the way back there, so now I'm in 3rd all of a sudden, so I'm just gonna keep going. But one of the achievements is to destroy a gas station. I don't know how I have so much boost all of a sudden, so let's use it. And it goes fast. But yeah, like, I did great that entire match, and then that one spot I messed up. I had to respawn, and they just blew past me out of nowhere. If you do multiple races, they do the scoring system, and one of the times I came out from behind and got the whatchamacallit. I did the I got some of the best points, all that stuff. I did so good, and at the end I tied with someone else. But even though I won that last race and tied with someone else, they gave me 2nd. So I was not able to proceed. So we just unlocked a new track, and as you can see, I can adjust the laps here and stuff. So go. You can also like queue up like multiple maps and stuff like that, which is kind of cool. You can also select if you want a random. You can select all, randomized tracks, all that kind of fun stuff. So let's just go ahead and do this. The different cars don't handle differently from what I've seen. It's just, you're just going. I've not seen a kind of a boost sort of thing off the start. But outside of the weird AI, this game, it's like, why is that like there? Like, why'd that dude have a sudden boost out of nowhere? and they all seem really perfect at getting these corners and all that kind of stuff. You can cut corners, but if you cut too much, they won't count it. So I had a point where I was cutting so many corners, and I cut off like maybe a fifth of the track to get in first place, and it was like, nah, son, you're not gonna, no. There's no little mini map, so you can't see any upcoming turns or where everyone else is, which would have been useful, but I'm not sure if a racing enthusiast who enjoys this kind of game would like it. I'm not the hottest on it, but again, I'm not the big racing person. I do like the car designs, though. It'd be really cool if they went all out and gave you boosting with drifts and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, like right there, like if I can keep that up and just keep them wrecking into each other, I won't really have to worry about it. I haven't noticed anything where it's like, hey, you got super far behind, so they kind of slow down. They're crashing into each other, seem to take care of that self anyways, even if I'm in first or if I'm in last. But there's no online, unless they introduce super power-up stuff later on. I don't think there is anything other than that. It's very simple. Left trigger, or left stick is drive, right trigger is gas, left trigger is brake. But why would I ever want to use brake? Because look how drifty this is. So if I can get past this guy, I think I can win. But I'm not. See, like, they seem to know the perfect areas and stuff like that, unless the only real force that seems to mess them up is each other, or if I kind of smack into them from the back and send them faster than they're kind of used to going, and then they freak out, which is kind of fun to watch. See, I don't understand why it shows like, oh, a CPU. Like, I don't understand why they do the point totaling after the what's it called? The main thing has happened. Also, I think you can add like a whole bunch of cars. So let's go and do this next one. So I have to win. I have to win on this track to unlock it. So now we just got a whole bunch of dudes. So maybe the chaos will be a little more fun. Oh, they're just gonna push me. Frozen's happening in the background. I do like how like drifty the game is. Like I don't have to push like anything to drift hard. Like even more so on these ice areas. But it feels very simple yet oddly hard in places and not unfair. Like the AI clearly, I believe, knows what they're doing better than I do, but they are also their own worst enemy and each other's enemies, that if I kind of just stay away from the pack, like I'm going to probably catch up to them and they're all going to be in some giant pile up ahead when one of them messes up at the very beginning. See, like they're all just kind of booping off of each other and can't actually get any speed. But like this, like it's almost Mario Kart levels of like, hey, I'm gonna drift for like ever. Like, see, like, oh, everyone's up. There it goes. Like, bye, everyone. Like, I am now magically fourth again. And that, like, that's, I really enjoy that. And it's like I'm not a big racing game fan, but when that happens, it's like, yeah, you all messed up. Bye bye. Going. But there's also like I've noticed that too is once you learn the track and you start to drift into the corners before stuff actually happens, you usually are able to finagle your way into a better position. Like, oh, there goes that guy, and then he just magically uprights where I would probably have had to hold Y. And also, since you've seen it for a little while, I'm gonna turn up the pixels. And now look how more pixels there are. I think it's actually just a filter over top of the thing. Music's pretty good. I, again, am one of those people who would be like, hey, if I turned up the pixels, and the music should be more pixely. So I don't think I'm gonna do too well here unless I can run this guy off the road. Can't really. I did get shoved up in the last few seconds, so that's fun. So like even though I didn't win there, they're like, here, you can do the next race anyways. And I'm like, okay. But that's Wheelspin Frenzy. It's a weird game to. It's something I think you'd feel better if you could get your hands on it to play it to see if you like it. I am not the biggest fan. I do like that it looks like at some point I might unlock the Magic School Bus. But that is just a deep, very deep want that I want. And of course you unlock more cars, but they're all kind of the same. Just go random car. But that is Wheelspin Frenzy. It is out on the Xbox One. I'm okay with it. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but I don't hate it. Thank you for watching. I am ZeroJD. This was the XBlade Fans channel, and have a nice day. Check out our other videos. It helps us out.